Maritime Wrestling fans, Kevin here, back with another episode of You Missed Out. My special guest tonight is Emily Parker. She is the first female referee in the Maritimes, the newest referee for IHW, and the daughter of Frank Parker. So, welcome to the show. This is my co-host, apparently, Oakley, who's gotten bored and walked out. So, we got a lot to go over. First off, you just started refereeing.
Yes, I did.
A couple weekends ago.
Yeah.
Tell us how that all came about.
Well, Justin and I were, hanging out one day, and we were just talking, and he was like, yeah, I think it'd be really awesome to, get you involved somehow, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, sure, no problem, I'd love to do that. And so we were just going over different things, and it came to a point where he was just like, oh, it would be awesome as if, the ref got knocked out or something, the ref went down, and then you slide in and do a 3 count.
Yeah.
And, have a ref shirt or whatever. And I was just like, yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah.
And, I was like, oh, yeah, that'd be wicked. So I ended up going out for dinner with my mom that night. So I left, and we went out for dinner, and then I went over to Ryan Durnford's place, because the pay-per-view was on, and a bunch of us were going there to watch it together. So I get there, and Justin automatically, pulls me aside into the hallway, and he was just like, so, do you want to come to St. John with us this weekend? And I was like, yeah, okay, sure, because the night before at the Spryfield show, I was selling merch for them. So I thought that they just wanted me to sell their merch for them at the show, which was, I was totally cool with that, help them out however I can, obviously. And he's like, yeah, okay. And he's just like, so, how do you feel about reffing the women's match? And am I allowed to swear?
Absolutely, good work.
Perfect. Automatically, I was like, fuck yes. That's exactly what I said. You can ask him. Yeah. And I was like, fuck yeah. I was super excited. Yeah. So he was like, yeah, as soon as you left with your mom, I messaged Dick.
Yeah.
And, I guess he, instantly read it and said yes right away. There was no thinking about it, apparently. So, and that's how it all started. I went up to St. John with them that day, or that weekend. It was me and Connors and Justin and Shane all in the car together, which was awesome. And that's where it all started for me. I reffed the women's match that night for Vision Pro.
Nice. And so the timing was kind of perfect, because we were having that memorial show for your dad.
Yeah.
The next weekend.
It was the next weekend.
Yeah, the next weekend. So, tell us how that came about. How did it unfold that you were refereeing that show?
Oh, well, I guess Kevin Tyler, also thank you, Kevin, saw pictures of me reffing from Vision Pro.
Right. So
we were just barely out of St. John, driving back, and I get a message on Facebook from Kevin, and it was literally, so, ... you ref now, ... interested in doing a match at your dad's show? And I was just like, yes, of course. I'm super excited. And that's how that came about. That's how I found out I was doing it.
Nice, nice. So on that show, you guys did a little memorial segment with Gary and Peter Smith, Brody Steele. So tell us how that was. How did you feel during those moments?
It was very, very emotional for me at that point. I mean, Gary and Peter have been there throughout most of my childhood, and Gary and I especially became quite close as I was growing up. I mean, it was so that he had to move out west for whatever reason, and we were still emailing each other every day, type thing. So for me, that was really, really special to be able to just have those few moments in the ring with them just, on my own. And it was very emotional for me, obviously. I choked up quite a bit while I was making my speech, but it was awesome. I'm so honored, and I'm so proud to be able to have that moment with them. I love them both dearly, so it was great.
Nice. Yeah, it was a great moment. I think it was one of the highlights of that show.
It was special.
Yeah,
it was definitely special.
Yeah, it was very special. So, where are you at now with your training? Are you still training? Are you still...
Yes, still learning all the time. taking any opportunity I can get.
Yeah.
I'm always open to criticism. Like, I remember after my first match with Vision Pro, like, automatically, pulled to the side. This is what you need to work on. And I welcome that because, I have some pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah, for sure.
So, kind of like to live up to that a little bit if I can.
Yeah.
So, just gaining experience.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, like I told you this before, like in 10 years we'll always talk about the first female referee, and so it's kind of cool because you'll always be the first one. So.
I know, and I didn't really think a lot about it. Like, I was, I'm doing this for fun.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, I love doing it, and I love watching my dad do it. So the fact that I get to do it myself is awesome. I'm having so much fun with it. That's why I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And it didn't really hit me until I saw your post.
Yeah.
Announcing, I guess, this interview.
Yeah.
And seeing it written out like that was just like, whoa.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, it was awesome, and I that weekend, because we had the Moncton show the next night, and you refereed that show as well. Yeah, so it was a big weekend, and it was a big weekend for me because I debuted for IW that weekend too,
right.
on commentary. So, it's cool. So we kind of we debuted the same weekend. So we'll have that forever. There we go. So have you do you have any interest in refereeing other promotions, or have you been in talks with anybody at all?
I don't want to say this or not, but like, I was talking to Kevin Tyler. There's a women's match, Maddie Diamond and Madison Miles, so I'm hoping that he wants me to come and do that. There was talk of it, so that would be great. I know big goals.
Yeah.
I'd love to ref for TCW someday. I think that would be amazing. They have a memorial show coming up for my dad.
Yeah, they do. Yeah.
So I mean, I'd love to ref for them at some point.
Yeah, the options are endless, really.
Yeah, for sure. Like,
and the local wrestling scene is so hot right now.
Isn't it awesome?
It's the hottest it's been in a long time. So
Man,
it's exciting.
Awesome. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah, I was actually with Steve Arsenault today.
Okay.
And we were talking about the same thing, how everybody's so busy, and it's so good because even IHW alone is so busy. They've had so many shows. Even the last, I don't even want to say a number. I don't want to get it wrong, but I know they've been pumping out shows almost every weekend.
So, it's great.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. Yeah, for sure. I feel like I've ignored Red Rock quite a bit on my podcast. So you were at the show last night, or on Friday, right?
Yeah.
So how was that? How was that show?
It was great.
Yeah.
Great show. Great card. Professional. It was just a great show, and the atmosphere was awesome.
Yeah.
So many families. It was just the right balance of people there. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but good things. But it's definitely on my list. Like, the next time there's a show the same weekend as an IW show or Vision Pro show, we're going to make a weekend out of it and make the drive over
it's
the bridge.
Awesome. So. It's worth the drive.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So, that memorial show was a big success. One of that, I just wanted to mention, on that card, I think everybody was expecting you to referee Madison's match.
I was expecting to referee Madison's match.
But you refereed Lincoln Steen and Shane Stevens, I believe.
Yeah.
So how was the experience? How was that experience being in the ring with those two?
It was so much fun. It was so much fun. Really laid back, the communication, I guess, was all there. At one point, Shane was like, all I had to do was make eye contact with you, and it was all good. Yeah. So that felt really good. Yeah. It was just so much fun, and Steen worked with my dad quite a bit, so for me, it was it was an honor to be able to work one of his matches. And I mean, Shane, he's coming such a long way. Oh, yeah. He's doing so well.
Absolutely.
So I remember saying to him in the car, going to IHW, I was just like, oh man, Shane, hopefully I'll be able to ref one of your matches someday, right? I didn't expect it to be the next week.
Yeah.
But it was amazing. It was so much fun. It was great.
Yeah, it was great. And you and Steen had such a great chemistry, and it was so funny to. And that picture I posted when I announced the podcast of you just and you're the one facing the camera. It was unreal. The face
it was a great shot.
Yes.
I think My best friend is filming this right now. She actually took the picture.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that picture painted the perfect picture of what that whole moment was.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
It was great.
it was great. Yeah, for sure. Do you want to plug any? Are you booked on any upcoming shows yet, or do you know of anything coming up that you want to kind of plug a little bit, or?
Well, I mean, obviously, the Caitlin Diamond show for IHW.
June 10th.
It's going to be wicked, you know, and I'm excited to see Maddie do her
Yes.
thing too.
She is exploding.
She is. I'm so proud of her.
Yeah,
just because we've kind of grown up in this.
Yeah.
Right? Like.
Yeah,
So.
we've become close with her family, and yeah, it's so great to see her succeed. They're missing our wedding because they got to go to Edmonton for her to wrestle up there. But I'm so happy for
me
her.
too.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
she's wrestled in more provinces than anybody else in the Maritimes right now.
Yeah, it's great. Like, I still get a little emotional, like, watching her break the curtain. Like,
Yeah.
So getting to ref her match for my first match,
Yeah.
like, you know, her music started, and I was standing there in the ring, and I was just kind of like,
Yeah.
like, just calm down.
Yeah.
It's fine. And then, I mean, she put me over at the beginning and at the end of the match, so that was really special too, just to have that moment with her.
Yeah.
So it was good.
She's awesome. I think the future of Maritime wrestling is in good hands.
I agree.
Yeah, I was actually before you guys got here. I was thinking of that exact same thing when I'm looking at who's kind of breaking out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's gonna. We've got quite a few good years coming. I think.
Oh, for sure. There's and the potential is unreal.
Well, if you look at the talent we got in the Maritimes right now, you've got, Marcus Burke, Titus, Steve Arsenault, Julian, Shane Stevens, Remy. I can't even name them all. And
Dick and Chip.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And Kirk O'Bay and the Gary and Brody and
even guys like Chris Hicks and
oh my God,
James Steele. I heard James Steele got put over by Kurt Angle at the Wrestle Center show.
Yeah.
So that was really awesome to hear.
He's awesome. A big James Liberty Steel fan. I'm loving that they're giving him a bit of a push in IHW.
Yeah.
Far overdue, I think. Chris Hicks, I can't say enough good things.
Oh my
about
God,
him.
he's hilarious.
That guy's Josh Riddick Stone said it best yet on my other episode. He's a genius.
Yeah.
Because he's amazing in the ring.
Oh, for sure. Like the match that he had with Maddie in
Yes.
Shura was a fantastic match.
Only he could take a nipple bump off the top rope and then return the next night to wrestle Dick Darning.
Yeah.
Only one man could do that, and that's definitely him. So yeah. And then when you coming in as the referee like that, it's just I feel like the timing's so right on.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. So I want to review the Vision Pro show that was this past week. I know you weren't there.
No, I wasn't.
And neither was I. But thanks to social media and Mr. Dick Durning, I do have the results of that show.
Sweet.
So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time on this, but just a review, because neither one of us was there, so we don't have an opinion of anything. But
Okay.
I'm sure it was awesome. I have Greaser, James Carr, defeated Sonny Warcloud, which I believe is one half of the tag team Boos and Arrows. If I am correct, I'm not sure.
I think you're right.
Yeah, which was refereed by Damien Spade. Damien Spade interfered, low blowed Warcloud, which called Greaser to win, which I believe that formed the tag team between the two.
Yes.
So Greaser and Damien Spades are now a tag team with Harley Havoc. I don't know if that's what she's being called in Vision Pro. Here I have, it says Barstool Bailey, so I'm assuming that's what her name is going to be.
I don't know.
I'm not sure. I apologize if I'm giving you false information.
She's great, though.
Yeah, either way, Stacy's amazing.
Love you, Stacey.
Great to see her in Vision Pro. I want to see more. With her and Greaser, I think they make it great. I hate to see one without the other. So
I know.
I love seeing them together. So next was Havoc defeated Wesley Pipes, which there was a distraction by Titus.
Oh.
Then Boos and Arrows defeated Damien Spade and Greaser via pinfall. Titus defeated Julian via pinfall.
Oh, that would have been a good match.
Yes, never seen a bad match between those two. So, Shane Stevens defeated Vinny Gallant, Kurt Cobain, via pinfall. Shane attacked Vinny before the bell with his kendo stick, injuring his ankle. And then the main event was Dick versus Chip. Chip Chamber. Special referee was Remy. Ended with neither one making the 10 count, and there's going to be a triple threat match on June 18th for the Vision Pro Heavyweight title between Chip Chambers, Dick Durning, and Remy Petit. I am not going to be able to make that one, and I am super upset.
But if you can't make it to that show, you should come to the Frank Parker Memorial Show for TCW on that same night.
Absolutely.
Just saying.
Just saying, if you are in the Halifax area, definitely good call. We're going to promote some of the upcoming shows. So much wrestling coming up here soon. We've got May 28th in Bathurst, IHW. That, I believe, is Riddick Stone versus Remy for the IHW Championship.
Yes.
I think Titus and Steve Arsenault's also wrestling on that card. There's much more, but not that. The Maritime Express reuniting Marco Estrada and Marcus Burke. That'll be good. Then we've got June 10th, IHW in Moncton.
Yes.
That'll be the 6-man no DQ match with the Originals versus Exile. So definitely that's not.
That'll be wicked.
Yeah, that's not going to be one to miss. And June 28th, Frank Parker Memorial, TCW.
18th.
Sorry, June 18th. I'm so sorry. TCW, June 18th. Multipurpose Center, Halifax. Great memorial for Frank Parker. Definitely go.
Great card.
Absolutely.
Great card.
May 24th also coming up, TCW, Multipurpose Center.
Yes.
This coming week.
Yeah. This coming Thursday, I do believe.
So yeah, all kinds of wrestling. If I'm forgetting anything, there's too much. There's just too much. I can't keep up with it anymore.
No, and that's awesome. It's great.
It's a good problem to have. I'd much rather have too much wrestling and be too busy with it than not enough and not be busy enough. So thank you so much for coming.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, I felt like I talked too much.
Not at all. No, this is awesome.
Yeah, but thanks for coming, and we'll see you next time, folks.